So, when it comes to the female cards in various Yu-Gi-Oh decks, hard pressed to say that they can even compare to the vast majority of shit. Now, when I say this, I'm talking about compared to cards that are straight up male, like they wash these cards, as well as the more androgynous ones, or the ones we just don't know the agenda of, which are usually the dragons. But and then there's tons of like items or situation or area cards. Okay, so there's a good chance that some of y'all that are knee deep into Yu-Gi-Oh, that are way further than I am. Like I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for about 2 years now, and yeah, I've been noticing this problem the more and more I thought about it. So yeah, so I made like I say about 10, maybe nine or 10 decks in the past before. Up to this point, and I've even borrowed to make my own female deck. Like, yeah, some of y'all might be like, oh shit, like what? There's female cards? Yeah, like there's a whole lot of female cards out there. Well, there's so I like how there's like a lot, but they're not nearly as good as what people usually use in their fucking decks. Like I was saying like a good minute ago, I borrowed to put together a female deck. Now, compared to my usual deck, it's literally night and day with how good my usual deck is compared to my female deck. So what we're gonna do here is go over like a ton of female cards that I'll just stumble across, seeing how much we can fit in an hour. And I'll try to do something a little special at the end of this video. So, okay. So, I'm pulling out the female deck now. First one. Freya, Spirit of Victory. I'm telling y'all now, I barely use this card. Because it gets super specific with what you have to do with this thing. Okay. So, let's see. It says here, while you control a fairy type monster other than Freya, Spirit of Victory, your opponent's monsters cannot attack this card. Okay, cannot target this card for attacks. So it's like she doesn't have protection against attacks. But that's not even like the worst of it. It also says here, all fairy type monsters you control gain 400 attack and defense. Now I'm telling y'all this too. 400 ain't shit. Like straight up ain't shit. Like it would actually matter if we're talking about if we're talking about 1,000 or like 1,500 to make a real difference. But since it's like a level 1 monster, you can give it some levity, but still, like, if you're gonna use this card, you want it to get you out of a pinch, or we're being real, or just trying to like either set up or actually have it dominate from the get go. So this one, it's like she can't protect herself. So like she's literally like a team player, and that's where she can easily falter. The only best use you can get out of this is like having her in like defense mode, and that's literally it. And of course, yeah, you have to set up with your own fairy deck, but with this deck, the thing is like, see, this is how you know they didn't really think about this. Like, if you're gonna make a strictly female deck, this wouldn't work in your deck, like straight up, flat out. Like, I've had the hardest time to even make a female deck. Like that's how behind we are. And like this deck is it has like 60 cards, but 3 in the extras. I'll get to that later. Now these like for this deck, these is like my It's like the best I could do. Like straight up, this is the best I can do. So just try to walk with me on this one, and I'll try to make it as quick as possible. And then how many fairies I have? Okay, first row 1. Second row, none. Third row, none. So I straight up only have, okay. So I found like another on like the last row of my shit, and to like references to make it clear. I'm using dueling books, so I should explain like a lot there, and I had like a lot of practice on the GBA game. So yeah, so that's why I'm really good the way I am right now, and I can go into length with all this stuff. So like this next one, Gyakutino Megami. This one's just a beater card. She had, okay. So I like how I say that, but her attack is 1,800, and her defense is 2,000. Straight up, might as well just use Mystic Elf. Like just even switching to attack with it is going to be detrimental because anything can happen. Like a trap card can fire off, and all of a sudden, like you just lose this monster. So that's kind of bad. And like it's a beater and has no support. Like even if y'all are gonna say, "Whoa, man! Like you need this, and this card." All that is like supplementary. Like when it comes to my decks, like I tend not to have much supplemental shit for my from monsters because they're just that good on their own. So before anyone goes into any of that, like that's like the rundown with that. and like it also prevents you from going into more turns for you to get set up, but within that time, it's very possible that your opponent can have more control over the duel than you are, so it will just put you in a bad spot like that easily. Especially with the climate of like Yu-Gi-Oh these days with these players, like they say you're doing some insane shit with their decks. Like I don't even know where to start with that one. Okay, then next one, Lei Ninja Yay. And this is like a warrior card, effect monster. By discarding one wind monster from your hand to the graveyard, return all spell and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field to the owner's hand. So how many wind monsters do I have now? Okay, one of course being Harpy Lady, well Cyber Harpy Lady. But okay, then Harpy Sisters. And somehow Kiwi is a wind monster. So I have very few wind monsters in my deck. So this literally wouldn't work in a deck like this. So you have to what? Have more male or more or more monster like monsters so you're actually likely to get wind monsters. And then then this next one. So that's why this is kind of bad. And then like Megami, like the previous one, that's a level 6 monster. So you had to sacrifice one monster to even have that one out. Yeah, that's where you. So like, do you know how many monsters I have that are just 2,000 that are just level 4 that I don't have to sacrifice for? Like I have like several. Like let me just look at this. Fuck, even Cyber Harbor Lady, 1,800. She has the same attack strength. Cyber Harbor Lady, and then freaking Neobug, same attack strength as her, level 4. And then Spear Dragon, it's stronger, level 4. Like this one has 1,900. So you can see just how underwhelming the female monsters can be easily. So so yeah, that's why Pagami's so bad actually, because you can easily find like a monster that's stronger and better than her easily. That would cost you a lot less resources. Anyway, so okay. Next one is Thunder Neon Neon. This one says, even this one's stronger. Even this bitch is stronger. 1,900. It's stronger than Megami. So again, like more and more problems. Like as y'all can see, like and like this is just a fourth card, and I'm saying this a lot, and I'm saying this much about him. So okay, so Thunder Neon. If there is a non-light monster on your side of the field, destroy this face-up card. What? So like, if I have it on the field on my side, and I legit have no other light monsters, like I have to destroy this card? Why? Like that makes no sense. Straight up, tell me why. Okay, like I think it would still count this as a light monster. So like that's even weirder. So like it feels like she might as well not even have it like in effect, especially if that's the case. So like that one's weird, but that one's okay. Compared to everything else, that one's okay. All right, then this one's like a okay. This is like an equip for a spell card for Persinatrix, but okay, Persinatrix. Now everyone knows about Persinatrix and GX, so everyone knows that she has like 1,200 and 800 defense. So why is she weaker than most of the elemental heroes? Like physically, that's weird. And then she's a beater, so she doesn't even have it in effect. Some of the elemental heroes on their own have effects on them. Like there are other female elemental heroes. Like I'll like look them up later. Yeah, like her being like a starting elemental hero. So like she's one of the starting elemental heroes, right? But even some of the starting elemental heroes had effects, like Bubble Man. And then yeah, don't even start with the fusion monsters. Let's see, Bubble Man. And then like the dog one. I forgot what it was called. Even that one has an effect. Even Negotiate had an effect. There's a few other like starting elemental heroes actually had effects, but this one none. In fact, yeah, I don't think Jean had another elemental. I don't think Jean had another female elemental hero. If I think about it, but those are especially rare. Like I found those way later. I know I didn't like if Jean used any. They were definitely not in the first season. Like I've seen up to like around the second season. So like it's just strange how there haven't been any other like in the beginning. Yeah, we get all these like male elemental heroes that do so much better than her. Especially Skyscraper. Like Skyscraper carries her. Like by a mile. And then like let's look at her spell card that's dedicated to her. Burst Return. Says here if you control a face up elemental hero Persinatrix, return all face up elemental hero monsters on the field to the hand. Except Persinatrix. What? Also, like, I don't know why you would do that. Maybe unless you just didn't have good monsters on the field. But that included her too. So, like, I can't really imagine why you would do that. Maybe it can be a mind game thing, but man, like I really can't think of any scenarios to even have an application for this card. And it's like, why leave out Burstentrix when it's dedicated to her? Like, that's a weird move, y'all. Why would you do that? No, what's also fucked up is that, like, I don't think there's any other, like, support card for Burstentrix. So she can be good with one or two cards. And this one's not even good. Like, it could be good for a field effect card, maybe. Not a field effect, but like a continuous spell card. It could be good for that. Or a continuous trap, maybe. But yeah, that's odd. So yeah, alright, not a good start. Then we have Aqua Chorus. So yeah, like this is like a trap card. So like I count cards like spells and trap cards that just have females on them. So that's why this one counts too. Let's see, Aqua Chorus. Now what's funny is that often, like, even for these sort of cards that have like females on the portraits of them, like they still aren't good compared to the other ones. So it's a really strange thing. So there's some sexism going on in Japan, as usual. Well, that's what people say. But I mean, like it really shows, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, try to make a female deck and win with it. Now, like, and then like also, I could have talked about this earlier. I don't delve into like the more really current Yu-Gi-Oh, like the ones with Link summons and like Pendulum summons and all that shit, and like Kaijus. I don't delve into any of that. I'm pretty much just on like pretty much not the 5Ds, like, cause like 5Ds, like that's when stuff gets questionable and like freaking like easy wins can be pulled out your ass. So like, I'm not gonna go into that territory. So like I'm just pretty much up to GX as far as like how I duel, like the time matches I get into. Anyways, I'll go course. Sorry. If there are monsters with the same name on the field, increase the attack and defense of all those monsters with the same name by 500. So I'm telling y'all this too. I've never used this card ever. I keep forgetting this is even in the deck. Because like this use is extremely specific. Like cards that are like this, like I just never end up using. And like I've been playing the game for over a year, so that should tell you something there. And like I win like a shit ton of like duels with all these other cards. Like in total, I say I've been in about 300 duels. So I've been in through that many duels. Yeah, I've never been able to use this card. So yeah, that's alarming. And this is like a spell, and then this is like a trap card too. So no one's even gonna worry about this if you even activate it. Like even if you do get the effect off, like no one's gonna worry because it's a measly 500. No one gives a shit about 500. Okay, then we have the next card. Okay, now I'll tell you all this. I got some use out of this. Mostly because it's a magical girl. Like it's a variant on Dark Magician Girl. What the hell did I say earlier? Alright, anyways. So we have Chocolate Magician Girl. So it says once per turn you can discard one spellcaster type monster and like draw one card. So if you discard a spellcaster type monster, you can draw one card. I'm pretty sure it can count this card too. So yeah, that's actually a good use. Like it can be a good use. Like that will virtually give you like another card. When no pun intended, if you play your cards right. All right. Once per turn, if this card is targeted for an attack, you can target one spellcaster type monster in your graveyard, except Chocolate Magician Girl, special summon it, then change the attack. Okay, then change the attack target to it. If you do, the attacking monster's attack strength becomes half its current attack. So that's actually really good. I've actually gotten like a lot of use out of that because I run into like a lot of spellcaster monsters. So if I have just if I have fucking double vision just chilling in the graveyard somehow, like shit happens. Like to where that can actually happen. And if my opponent attacks with say like and then like he's like a dumbass and like attacks with like man eater bug, that's already like over 1,000 damage, and like that monster is destroyed. So that's really fucking good. And it's once per turn too, so it's at least semi like reliable, or rather really like reliable, because like all I have to like worry about is like the battle phase at that point. And it's like if you end up having this, like yeah, like if you end up having her just on the field, it's very likely actually that you'll and then like what's even better is that it lowers the attack strength of the opponent. So that's inherently a very good thing there. So her setup is actually very sound. It's actually really solid. So I can actually recommend people actually having her in their decks. So like that's the only really good card that we got here. And this next one is a Madolche. Now I don't, I'm not exactly too sure how to pronounce some of the Madolche's name, like this one, Madolche Chozivalier. I must have butchered the shit out of that name, but all right. And then one last thing about Chocolate Magician Girl. She has like 1,600 attack, and defense is 1,000. Like you can ignore that easily, cause like she's just good on her own with her effect. But all right, so with this Madolche, when this card in your possession and is destroyed by your opponent's card, either battle or card effect, I like those, and sent to your graveyard, show this card into your deck. This card cannot target. Okay, your opponent cannot target face-up Madolche monsters for attacks except this card. So of course, yeah, this would be good in a Madolche deck, or else why would you use it? I think there's like a list of Madolche cards, which is pretty good actually. Now those like that archetype is actually one of the few really good cards I've heard for decks. But all right, I'll talk about that some other time, I guess. Let's see. Then we have Magical Ghost. Like, this was like a really old card, and it's a rather regular monster, 1,300, 1,400 defense. I mean, even for these sort of monsters, like I can give you like a list of like beater monsters that are just better. Of just regular ass normal fucking monsters. Like 1,300 ain't shit for either attack or defense. So okay, then we have Toon Gemini Elf. Now of course, this one inherently needs some sort of setup because this is a Toon monster. Cannot attack the turn it is summoned. That's already really questionable. If Toon World on the field is destroyed, this card is destroyed. Like that's the same for any other Toon monster. opponent controls no-tune monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. Now that can be specific enough to where it can work in your favor. But, just have Toon World and you're pretty much good with this card. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, discard one random card from your opponent's hand. So, the only thing that gets me is that you can't attack during the turn it's summoned. So yeah, you'll have to. So you have to have it survive one turn. But as the main player know, literally anything can happen with just within one turn, where you screw up or the opponent dominates you. So that's why this one is really questionable. And what's even worse is that I've actually never gotten much use out of this card either. Cause just face up summoning isn't a good idea. Not when you're up against a opponent that is not all that lenient, which is your average player, actually. And they really know what the fuck they're doing. So this is only good in the hands of a beginner, for being completely honest. So that's why this one's not all that good. But as far as the other effects, yeah, if you have Toon World, definitely have this in your deck. Okay, it's just you just need some defense for it to actually survive. But again, just anything can happen, so you can only hope for the best for this one. But alright, next we have Mystric Holder. Mystric Holder, if I'm saying that right. And this one's a spellcaster. And then also Toon Gemini Elf, 1,900. So if you can land that, that'd be really handy. So alright. And then this one, Holder here, she has 1,500, but 2,500 for defense. However, the only thing is that already is that she's a level 5 monster. Now, if you can sacrifice a monster and just have her, face down, that's really good. Because she'll be in defense mode. And if the opponent tries to attack it, kind of puts them in a bit of a bad position. Unless they're attacking with a weak monster, but anyways. Okay, effects. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, so you can special summon this card, it's already good. So you don't have to worry about the whole sacrifice thing. You can discard one card, apply the following effects depending on the type of card discarded. So quite specific already there. So let's see what we can get away with. Alright. So okay, so if you happen to discard a monster, you can add a trap card from your graveyard to your hand. So okay, you can get some use out of that. Okay. So this card allows you to discard any type of card from your hand. So that could be seen as a plus. It's just you need to make sure you get good use out of that. And if you discard a spell, you can add one monster from your graveyard to your hand, which is actually good. Now, okay. Alright. And then, if you discard a trap, you can add one trap card to your hand. Though, you can only use this effect once per turn. So, that kind of hinders this a bit. If you can just spell summon this thing, and you can have, say, a smorgasbord, or a straight up a different set of monsters in your hand. or like a different set of like cards in your hand, that's very handy. Everyone would want that. Well, also no pun intended there, but yeah, that's very handy. Okay, but once per turn, so with an effect like this, at that point you need to make sure you know what the fuck you're doing, or else you're kind of screwing yourself. So, however, there's still a chance that, okay, where is it that you have in the, so you had to plan for your graveyard like this with this card in mind. And then also too, like I'd like really look at the ban list, but I really don't hear monsters be on the ban list much. I can only think of like Witch of the Black Forest, if that's what that card's called, but other than that, that's probably it. It's probably maybe several these days, but okay. So yeah, like even with the graveyard though, like you have like a shitty monster in your graveyard and you try to use this effect. Now like what's fucked up is that you can't be like, oh shit, let me try to discard a spell so I can not like, or I try to discard a trap, like nah, like you can't do that apparently, because like you already used the effect once this turn. So okay, so this one the effect's okay. We're being completely honest. Like you can do something with this, especially with this bow summon in mind. So all right. Next one we have trap tricks, Mir Melio. Trap tricks, Mir Melio. Okay. And this is like a fairy monster. Okay, this is a insect monster. So that's also pretty weird. You really don't see insect monsters often. Like they're actually kind of rare. Unless I could play missing a freaking archetype. And I have like a lot of insect females in them. I mean, even in this deck though, this is like the only female insect monster I have. So alright, anyway, sorry. Okay, unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. So that's actually pretty decent. Because that's like something that's looming over everyone's head. If this motherfucker gonna do a trap hole on me if I just summon, this motherfucker gonna do acid. Wait, what's it called? Like that, like acid one. Okay, when this card is normal summoned, you can add one whole normal trap from your deck to your hand. That's also very good. If this card is special summoned, target one spell slash trap your opponent controls, destroy that target. So if you special summon, like you're picking something off the back row, that's actually really good. So this is actually another one of those really good monsters, actually. So, and like it's level 4, so you don't have to worry about the summoning condition. So this is actually really good. I actually like this one. So I can actually kind of recommend having this in your deck. It just it has like 1,600 attack and 1,200 defense. So you can buff it a bit. So with a little buffing, it can get somewhere. It's actually in a good spot on its own. So okay, so alright, I can recommend this one. Again, Trap Tricks, Mir Melio. Now this next one's a Dragon Maid. Now there's a whole lot of like Dragon Maids out there, or at least like several out there. But this one, I can't remember how good this one is, but I never use it. So let's see. Like it's level 4, so that's already kind of good. So this one's Chamber Dragon Maid. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Dragon Maid spell / trap from your deck to your hand. Now, I'm actually not aware of like Dragon Maid traps and spells, so that's interesting. Okay. At the start of your battle phase, you can return this card to the hand, and if you do, special summon one level 7 or higher Dragon Maid monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay, from your hand or graveyard. That's a 2 for a sec. You can actually have a level 7 Dragon Maid on the field with this card. After you return this to the hand. So it's like you're spell summoning twice if you can get that off. Of course, you can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, you only use each of this Dragon Maid. Okay, you only use each effect of Chamber Dragon Maid once per turn. I mean, you actually use both of these effects if you want to. So that's actually good. If you have like a Dragon Maid deck, that is. Like the only thing that'll hold this back on its own is that it has like 500. So yeah, like it really incentivizes you to either use this for defense actually, because it actually has like 1,800, which is actually good. But yeah, on its own, it can't really do much unless you're trying to have like a Dragon Maid on the field. Well, a strong ass Dragon Maid on the field. So alright. Alright. The next one we have Luna Light White Rabbit. Now, I actually have some luck with the Luna Lights. In fact, like, such luck that everything in my extra deck are nothing but Luna Lights. Because they're that good, thanks to this other card. So, if we hit the hour mark, I'll come back to them. Okay. So, it says here, with this card, when this card is... When this card is normal summoned, you can target one Luna Light monster in your graveyard, except this card, special summon it in defense mode. Once per turn, you can target one. Okay, once per turn, you can target spell or trap cards in your opponent's control, up to the number of other Luna Light cards. Hold up. Okay, sorry. Up to the number of Luna Light cards you control, return them to the hand. Up to the number of okay. Now I'm a little sketchy on like the whole in your control, because okay, I believe they mean monsters that are on the field. Now, okay, it says cards, so it can either be spell or traps. Moonlight traps. Okay, let's say monsters here. So, like, if you just happen to have 3 or 4 Luna Lights in your hand, it's even worse on the field, but okay. Yeah, okay, so like, let's just talk monsters that are just on the field. If you just happen to have that, like it's kind of rare for that case, but alright. You can actually get rid of most of their back row like this. So something to keep in mind. It's worth to keep in mind, but that will take some tact to actually get some use out of this card. Because just on its own, you can potentially get a strong Luna Light out of the graveyard with this. So like with this second row, we're actually getting into some good stuff. So okay, so that one's like that was like a 5. That one's kind of average. That one's okay. All right, and then this next one, I was running out of ideas for this, but I was just seeing. Okay, then also the White Rabbit card. It has like 800 for both attack and defense, so it's not strong by a long shot. So like it would quite be to compensate for like just on her own if you're not special summoning. Okay, and then this next one, Sky Striker Ace Ray. Is a warrior effect monster, level 4. 1,500 attack. Okay, 1,500 for both attack and defense. So it could possibly do something, but not likely. So this is a quick effect. Okay, you can tribute this card. You can tribute this card. Special summon one of these monsters from your extra deck to the extra monster zone. That's funny. While this card is in your graveyard, if a face-up Sky Striker Ace monster, Link monster you control is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of your because of the enemy's effect. You can only wait, what? You can special summon this card. What the hell? You can only use each of these two effects once per turn. Okay, so you can sacrifice this card to special summon a Sky Striker Ace monster. Okay. For your extra deck. So yeah, so you have to make sure you have a monster in your extra deck that's in this archetype. So okay. I'm actually not familiar with how good the Sky Striker cards are, but okay. Like if they're good, this card would make that good. It's just that this card. Now, okay, so its first effect is a quick effect. So that much is actually really good. It's just that is the monster strong enough to take out other monsters? Like if we're talking like the monster being over 2,000 attack, then okay, it's in a good spot. So alright, if that's the case, like this one can be recommendable. Okay, now this next one, Rose Paladin. I've actually gotten some interesting use out of this one. So get this. Alright, get this. Rose Paladin. 1,600 attack. No, wait, 1,800 attack. Yeah. So this one's actually really strong for its level. With this target. Okay, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, send it to the graveyard. You contribute this card, special summon one plant monster from your hand or deck in defense mode. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Add one level 7 or higher plant monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay. So this one I've actually gotten use out of because I was actually able to find a very strong female plant monster for this deck. Well, monsters, which those being, how the fuck do you say this shit? Hold on. Cherubime, Princess of Autumn Leaves. Now I say this one's really strong because a lot of the cards said, right? It could be special summon in defense mode, right? Guess how much this one's defense is? 2,800. So that's excellent. If I just sacrifice Rose Paladin, and like even better is that I have 2 of those, so I can use this card. So I can use this effect twice theoretically. Who else I'll use that for? This other one, possibly. Now, I can get away with doing this sort of move because this one may only have 1,200 defense, but I have some sort of protection for myself. But I'll cover that, I guess, later. But alright, this one. But yeah, the thing is that this one has 2,800 attack though, and like it can bug itself by giving 100. And then also it says other plant monsters on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. So that's also really good. And then this one's called Princess of Cherry Blossoms, Talia. So yeah, I can recommend having both of these cards here. So alright, so yeah, I can recommend having this one. Again, like it's really broad. Plant monsters. Like you can find a good amount of like plant monsters that just happen to be really strong and like high level. So yeah, definitely keep this one in mind. Let's actually talk about all the questionable ones and not all the good ones, so y'all can actually get the point here. Okay, then this next one, I don't use this one, but this one's called Aura Mage Rosemary. It was also a plant monster. While your life points are higher than your opponent's, already a really odd start, but okay. If a plant monster you control attacks your opponent until the end of the damage step. What the fuck? Like, so for a player like me, that's not a big issue actually, because I still have the second main phase where I can actually use spells or traps if the traps are good enough, or like I can set up for like if I have like just a handful of traps, I can just use all of them potentially still. So like it's not a big issue. Okay, it says here. Okay, I'm tripping because like it says monster effects. So this one could be good if it weren't for the first little statement there. While your life points are higher than your opponent's. This effect sounds like something you would use if your life points were lower than the opponent's, because like you're not always in a fortunate state in the duel. So this is something that you would use if you were in a pinch. So it's not too good actually. And then it says like for this last effect here, once per turn, if you gain life points, target one face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. That's actually not a huge deal either, because like they can just like all they have to do is have some protection, like for like magic, for like what the fuck am I about to say, like from like their own spell cards or trap cards, and like they're like good, they're actually set. So this one's a lot more catered to so this one's talking the most about what your player would do with a monster, which is not, again, like there's ways to get around this if you just use spells and traps, which is what people would do most of the time anyway. Actually, for people to be dependent on monster effects like this, like the ones that they actually have to activate and be mindful of, like you only depend on those if you're literally out of ideas or something, or you're trying to get over with what you already have on the field. Now this could potentially lock someone down if you have like good enough setup. Say like you have like this one card, Solemn Wishes, maybe. You can use that to your own advantage with this card, because that one gains you life points per turn, by the way. So yeah, all right. If you use something like that, then you can get some use out of this card, maybe. Yeah, like it's not looking too good actually. 1,800 is good. So if you can actually buff this card, and yeah, it's like that should be your go-to if anything. But then again, like I've been trying to say, like anything can just happen in one turn. Like it's no joke. So like that one's like a 5, maybe a 4, maybe a 4. So all right. Then we have elemental. So this isn't our elemental hero actually. Elemental hero Poison Rose. I forgot what this one does. Already bat sign cannot be normal summoned or set. Ouch. Now this, and then like it's also for some reason it's a level 6 monster. What the hell? What, y'all? Like, why don't I use this fucking thing? So I just okay. So as I was saying here, must be special summoned with Rosebud. So you need Rosebud to use this, or to like special summon it, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Now statements like these are reasons why people don't use cards such as these, because any other ways, like that just like closes doors there for like creative strategies and shit. So that's actually not good. Then like this other effect, each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, it gains 200 attack and loses 200 defense. It's like, why would I want that? Your opponent can only target elemental hero Poison Rose for attacks. This is strange, man. Why? So, like, why would I want to attack with a monster that loses defense but gains attack? And it's like it's very marginal. Cause 200 ain't nothing. We could possibly get somewhere if it was okay for you to tell me this cannot be special summoned in any other ways. You gotta let me this thing has to gain at the very least 500 or 750. Cause that's like detrimental. That I can't summon it in any other ways. Like if this was just straight up special summon, then it's like like we're in a good spot now. Cause like there's not that much your opponent can like do against that. So since I can't straight up special summon this is actually a bit of a bad card. And like the opponent can only attack this card. So like that'd be only good if you were to get, say, like 4 or 5 attacks off with this card. But that would mean that you had like a lot of protection beforehand. Because like this thing also needs to inflict battle damage. It can't just keep attacking and do no damage. So again, like all this stuff is very detrimental. Now, Rosebud, I don't know how good Rosebud is, but chances are it's not that good. Maybe it has like an effect where it can actually get around this, but not likely. Okay. So yeah, this one's definitely not good on its own. Like it's rather dependent on Rosebud, which is again very detrimental, very very. She's probably shooting herself in the foot at this point. Okay. Then this next one, this one's called Koaki Meru Graverose. Meru Graverose. Okay, so it's one gas plant monster, and it has 1,900 attack. It's level 4. And 1,300 defense, so it can be good with just the base stats. During each of your end phases, destroy this card. Huh? Unless you send 1 iron core? of Koeki Meru from your hand to the graveyard, or reveal one plant type monster in your hand. So with this first effect, I really don't like, because like this is telling you that this Iron Core card is a prerequisite, which I'm definitely not a fan of. I'm definitely not feeling that. So they're telling you can either do that, or if you don't happen to have this War card, you have to reveal one plant monster in your hand. But it's like, what if you don't have a plant type monster in your hand? You're kind of boned. Like if you just happen to like summon this thing, you got to destroy it at the end of the turn. If like two of these prerequisite things don't go your way, they don't go anywhere. They go south. Okay, during each of your standby phases, you can send one level 3 or lower monster from your deck to the graveyard? Now, this could have some potential to set up, because we're talking about the graveyard now, and they're like, it can be a monster that's low 3 or lower, so there's some potential there. But you have to like know the ins and outs, or like you're a person that really sticks to the graveyard heavily. But if you're not about that life, then yeah, like you're shit out of luck with this card. So this is probably like a freaking 3, because like I would not want to show my opponent my plant card, my card anything, just to summon a monster, or like to keep a monster on the field. And you have to do this every turn. So yeah, like that's definitely it really doesn't sound like a good idea to have this sort of card. Okay, let's cover like 2 trap cards here. So we have simultaneous loss. Each player sends the top of their each player sends the top card of their deck to the graveyard. Someone would know they don't know the top of their deck. So there's a chance that like whatever you put in the graveyard is it's not a good card, or is a good card for the graveyard. So there's a chance too that you could be helping your opponent. So like I'd say there's a good maybe 30% chance that you're actually helping the opponent. And even okay, yeah, because like there's a percentage of like cards that actually benefit from being in the graveyard. So yeah, especially if you chain it to a monster that's good when they come out of the graveyard. Yeah. Say like they're like strong as hell or something. But alright. So yeah, that one's so like since it's not dependable, it's not good. Is what we're saying. So alright. So like this one, and then we have this next one. Remove brainwashing. The control of all monsters on the field returns to the owners. Return to the owners. This looks like the same case. It says it's not dependable. It's not good. Wait. So this could save it. It's also a continuous trap. That being said, how does this work actually? I actually don't know. Because I've seen like the infinity symbol on it. I might have to look at a match to see how this would even work. Control of all monsters. So can you actually? So this one I'm actually not sure. This one's actually kind of weird if I'm being honest. Because I'm actually not sure what to think about this one. Like with this one, it sounds like monsters just stay off the field if they're summoned. Uh. So like, I'm not a fan of this card. Like either way, I'm actually still not a fan of this card because like it's actually intrusive and like if like the infinity thing is taken into account, and it just doesn't do much on its own. Like it does so little. Like it only gets you out of a pinch, and like that's like the best feature of this card. So it has its own sort of dependency or like reliability, but that's literally it. So alright. And this Solemn, and then like I'm seeing this other one, Solemn Wishes. I use that one all the time. Oh, and then okay, look at this one. Graceful Tear. Add one card from your hand to. Okay, add one card from your hand to your opponent's hand. Then gain 2,000. That one can be interesting with well enough play. It's very likely that you'll have like something bad in your hand anyway, so alright. This one could get a pass. I should have covered these other ones instead of my good card, sorry. Okay, we'll look at one last monster here. So let me see what y'all think about this one. So we have Elemental Grace Doriodo. This one's description is crazy as hell. So look at this. Cannot be normal, summoned, or set. Red flag. But it's also saying must be special summoned from your hand by having 6 or more monsters with different attributes in the graveyards. So you're using two graveyards? Really? But it's like it's very likely that your opponent is gonna have like their own main archetype instead of like having like a whole like array of archetypes trying to work together in their deck. So yeah, like that's a whole lot of like that's a whole lot of problems there. So okay, then it says here gains attack and defense equal to the number of attributes in the graveyards by 500. But base, this has 0. This literally has just 0. When your opponent when your opponent would special summon a monster, you can banish 3 monsters from your graveyard, negate the summon, and if you do, destroy the monsters. This one's weird, man. Okay, it could be handy for to prevent special summons. But this is one of those cards where you have to literally have this where you have to literally try to play this like in the middle or towards the end of the game. Like of a duel. So you try to do so much for this card. So you're trying to do so much for this card, but it's like, what have I been saying? At least a few times now. Anything can happen in just one turn. Even if we're talking about the GX era, anything can happen in just one turn. Again, it is no joke. Like, you're trying to set this up, right? But oh shit, bullshit happened. You keep getting attacked and digged down by 2 or 3 monsters. You're at 1,000, and you're trying to get this off. Now it's possible to come back with this card, don't get me wrong. But the thing is that you have to attack with this card. And then like this card has an insanely high level too. I think it timed out. This thing has an insanely high level too, so you have to attack with this card. But this is the worst part. 0 protection. zero ways for it to actually come back on someone. Like, there's nothing preventing me from using like a hammer shot on this thing, for example. And if I just do that, game over. This thing's out. So this card is actually massively flawed. To where, yeah, I still can't get any use out of this card. If my opponent is just average, if my opponent's just average, I'm fucked. It's like, dude. Okay, so let me go over this card here. Alright. So I have 3 of these. And whenever I like deal with someone, like say my girlfriend or maybe someone that I'll have it in a sec actually. I can use this and it's actually very dependable. So hear this. Luna Light Fusion. Anyone that knows this card, they're like, oh shit, he's talking about this card. Oh no. Oh damn. Oh shit. Like, okay, so Luna Light Summon. Hear this shit. Fusion summon 1 Luna Light Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, you can also use 1 Luna Light monster from your deck or extra deck as fusion material. You can only activate 1. Okay, like you only activate 1 Luna Light fusion per turn. What does this tell y'all? You can use your deck. No. Okay, I'll get to the deck stuff. You can use your hand, or you can use your field to fuse. And this is for 1 Luna Light monster, one Luna Light fusion monster from your extra deck. And what's very good about this, what is excellent, what is impressive about this card, is that it's not specifically just Luna Light monsters. It's literally any monster. So let's put it this way, for example. Good old okay, so like so Luna Light Leo Dancer is not a good example. This one's a good example. Luna Light Saber Dancer. Here we go. So it says, okay, what does this card say? 3 Luna Light monsters must be special. Okay, 3 Luna Light monsters is this requirement, and it says must be fusion summoned. With fusion, okay, with Luna Light Fusion, I literally only need 3 monsters. But if I really want to be a dickhead, I can just have this on the first turn. Or second turn if I'm going second. So, this is really good if you're going second. Because, like, of course, first turn, you can't attack on the first turn. But, okay. And then this monster has 3,000. And then very good defense, 2,600 for defense. Now this actually works. This is the only thing that works in this deck's favor. The fact that most of my cards in this deck are monsters. So I'm very likely to either have my hand as monsters or all my hand as monsters. Very likely. Extremely likely. Kind of likely too that I'll have this card in my hand because I had 3 of these in my deck. 3 Luna Light fusions. So that's why this one's very fucking good. Now, bear in mind, I didn't exactly make this whole process easy street for me, because these other 2 fusion monsters, Lunalight Leo Dancer and Lunalight Panther Dancer. These are fusion monsters still, and they're in the extra deck. But it says they must be Lunalight. They had to have a Lunalight Cat Dancer and a Lunalight monster, and like they had to be from, and they had to be fusion materials that they say it's on the card here. So like I can't exactly cheese Lunalight Fusion. I can only cheese it for only one monster. But if I really want to be a fucking dickhead, I can't actually have 3 Lunalight Saber Dancers. And it's like Saber Dancer is stronger than like both of these fusion monsters anyway, so I might as well kind of do that low key if I really want to. But okay, I kind of did it this way so I can talk about it in the video like this, so I can give y'all a good scope. But okay, like I will say though, like yeah, that does hold these other 2 fusion monsters back a bit. The fact that they have to be the fusion specific fusion materials. So okay, like yeah, that much holds them back. All right. So yeah, just cover that. Now we'll try to like speed through and find other female monsters. Okay, so now real quick though, I'm searching right, and I'm just trying to look for other elemental heroes. A vast majority of them are male, like Captain Gold, Blade Edge. Everyone knows how good Blade Edge is. Blazeman, Brave Neos, of course Neos, Bubble Man, Avion, Aqua Neos, Air Neos. What the fuck is this one? Cosmos Neos. Like, other female monsters are not even close to this pedigree. Are not even close to like all these various Neos, like Flame Wingman or Shine Flame Wingman or Flame Neos. Like they're not even as good as these. Like on the regular, definitely not on the regular. It's hard to find them in the first place. So, like even honest Neos, I've seen honest Neos do some shit and get away with some stuff. Okay, here we go. I found one. So we have here Elemental Hero, Lady Heat. Yeah, we got A for this one. Alright, so during each of your interphases, inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each face-up Elemental Hero you control. Now, yes, this is a good assist. However, this is especially bad if you have nothing but females in your deck. Because like at that point you'll only be rocking with just Percentrix. Or like another female elemental hero. Like this one, and this says here they had to be elemental hero. I have this other one called Vision Hero Witch Raider. I didn't talk about that one, but that one's really fucking good. It's like 200? That's it? And this is it's like a level 4 and it's like a level 4 monster too. And then 200 damage sounds like something a level 2 or even like a level 1 monster would just inflate from just by whatever means. And it has to be during your end phase. It's very unlikely that you'll just keep having this card for even a turn or 2 turns, let alone any turns after that. Because again, anything can just happen. You know, what if like the opponent has like a black hole, or like and then even worse too was that this has no protection. So if you're trying to summon this thing, and it's like, okay, like you like try to face up summon this thing, so you use it to its effect, trap hole. Nothing she can do. And like, what's she gonna do after she summoned? Attack? Very funny. Cause like a vast majority of monsters just have high attack. A vast majority. I'm not even joking. Especially if we count other elemental heroes, but alright. So like that really sets her back by a whole mile already from the get go. And then also like the fact that she's actually pretty weak. Like she's barely even stronger than Perstantrix. Very, very barely. Okay, like we have this too. So I was gonna skip this, but listen. Okay, listen. Alright, listen to this. So we have elemental hero Rampart Blaster. Now, I mean, people can argue if that's androgynous, but I see tits on it, so we're just counting it as a female monster. I don't know, it might be a hermaphrodite, but alright, anyways. So like this is a fusion between Clayman and Verstantrix, hence why it looks more on the feminine side. So like it says here, must be special summon. Okay, I keep saying special summon. Must be a fusion summon and cannot be special summoned by other ways. Like that's a natural effect there for fusion monsters. It's actually rather common. This card can attack while in face-up defense mode. Now that sounds good, right? However, listen to this. But only if your opponent controls no monsters. Why? That is so arbitrary. It doesn't even stop there, because this is like the last negative effect it has. And if it does attack, this card's attack is halved during damage calculation only. So like it does even less damage than you think it would. And like its attack is only like 2,000. It's actually rather weak. That's on the weaker side for fusion monsters. Even if we are talking about just Clayman, a feud between Clayman and Emperor Stantrix, like, do y'all know how fucking good Flame Wingman does? Especially Shine Flame Wingman. Well, let me give y'all like another example. Freaking even Blade Edge does way better than this. Like there's just so many other fusion monsters that actually do better than her. Especially since they don't have to worry about this is like the second monster that you have on the field. Like you can't attack while in defense. Like the defense is really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's really good. 2,500. But you're having by damage with this 2,000 attack? What? Like, that's two arbitrary things that's working against her. So, like, why can't you just streamline it and be like, okay, she can attack while she's in defense. Like, if she could just attack while she's in defense, like, I would give this like a slip. I would give her a good pat on the back. But no. Why is it like that? Konami, like, is there a certain agenda you're trying to push? A certain dare I say, misogynistic agenda? Again, arbitrary as hell. Okay, well, just for the hell of it, let's just do it two more. So we have Capricious Dark Lord. During the main phase, quick effect, you can activate this effect, tribute summon one fairy monster face up. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I mean, like, with that first effect though, like there's still a chance that the fairy type monster you're trying to tribute summon for, it's not gonna be good. It's like I don't know what it is, but like the fairy type monsters tend not to be good, and then this one itself is actually really weak. Like 0 attack, But down to 600 defense, I can't even use that to like defend myself well. Like it's like defending with not styrofoam, but it kind of might as well be like that. Might as well be like defend myself with like a box that's like full of rocks. So, like, it might as well be like whatever analogies. Point is like it's not effective at defending itself, like at all. And like you're trying to use this, you need inherent protection, and but whatever protection you're trying to have, like you're gonna inherently have it for better cards, for better monsters. So like I'm just throwing that out there. Well, it says here, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can make all monsters your opponent currently controls. You can make your opponent you make fucking hell. You can make all the monsters your opponent currently controls lose 500 attack and defense for each fairy monster on the field until the end of this turn. Why can't we just throughout the time that they're on the field? What the fuck? Like, the better cards don't have to deal with that sort of shit. Like, a friggin' monster's defense is lowered and it stays lowered. I think it was called Slave Warrior. It's like a worse Slave Warrior. And it's also dependent on fairy monsters being on the field. So they have to be face up too. So it's like, why would you want to do that? And then they even bother to say you can only use each effect once per turn. You might as well not even say that, because like if you didn't say this last sentence, like it would have possibly some luck of usage, but since you only use both of those effects once per turn, you might as well not even say that, because it's only going to affect one monster at that point. Okay, well, it's not affect only one monster, but it can't stack or currently control. So I guess it can affect monsters that are even new to the field, but come later to the field. But okay, like the fundamental problem is that she has zero attack. And like it's not all that likely that you'll have a card that flips monsters in defense, or like she'll take an attack. Because like as I was trying to say earlier too, like she's not all that likely to take an attack. She probably there's a maybe like 9% chance that she'll just be destroyed if she defends against something. It's like, dude, this is actually not good. So like, even if you really want to use this effect, like it's not likely. It'd be a different story though. If she could still use the effect even in the graveyard, but since this is not the case, that's why this card is actually kind of bad. Okay, I'll talk about this one because I have it in my not in my deck, but this is one of the cards that I've collected a number of times in the past. Dark Elf. Now I'm telling you, right out the gate, it's much easier, much better to just use Mystical Elf, because you don't have to deal with any drawbacks. Mystical Elf, like, she's there for defense. Everyone knows this. But now you have Dark Elf. Now, it works thematically in a sense why she does this, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to use her because of this. So, with Dark Elf, the stats are literally switched. So now she has 2,000 attack and no defense practically. And like she's a low 4 monster, so all right. But get this, okay, 2,000 attack, right? But the effect, she borrowed to be an effect monster. with this sort of effect, then you rework this card in some way to actually make her a lot more likely to be played. So get this. This card requires a cost of 1,000 life points to attack of your life points. Why? Why that much? If it was, say, like 200, I wouldn't give a shit. But 1,000? That's literally a freaking eighth of my life points. Like, imagine if Yugioh used this back in Season 1. Half of his life points are gone. So, like, this card would work better in that sort of setting, actually. Because, like, if the opponent just has... Oh, say motherfucking, freaking Joey. Yeah, you would only defeat a freaking Joey player with this card. If Joey had no monsters on the field and he's trying to set up with something and like no traps, yeah, Yugioh would win the duel. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about current Yugioh, where we're talking about 8,000 life points. Like that, like giving up that much life points is really arbitrary. Like you're, I actually feel like shooting myself in the foot for trying to do that. And that's like, do you know how many monsters just have 2,000 attack? And somewhere even low 4? And they still have the same attack as that? Okay, let me see if I can get some prime examples for my own decks. Okay, not the best example, but even this... Wait, hold on. Yeah, even this... Dodger Dragon, 1,900. I would much rather use this. Because, like, it's at least dependable. And even better that it's no summon can't be negated. Or, Alexandrite Dragon, 2,000 attack. Level 4. I'm not even going to really mention Luster Dragon, but alright. Even Spear Dragon is much better than this. You know, like, this is just a beater anyway, so it's not all... Okay, then, like, also, another major weakness for this card is, like, I don't want to use this anyway because what is it gonna do against Trap Hole? Or, like, any other trap card or spell card that just gets rid of monsters, even upon summoning. It can't do a damn thing. So you might as well just stick to Mystic Mystic Elf, because all she needs to do is just be like in defense while face down. That's no issue. Like that, like there's zero issue with that shit. Okay, like this is like another video, Yami's talking about Yami's decks, which I have some major fucking problems. Like major problems. But I'll talk about them but I'll talk about that some other time. But you can see it in my Yami decks. I only have 2 Yami decks. Guess how many girls I have in them? Dose. 2. Dark Magician Girl and Mystical Elf. Well, for this one deck, well, let me look at the other one. Now for the other one. Okay, I found Dark Magician Girl again. Okay, this one has a little more luck. DD Warrior Lady, I got a lot of use out of her. Because like I've actually used like a card that's actually very similar to her in the past, and I use it all the time. So like I have 2 of these DD Warrior Ladies, and like that's it. The vast majority of these decks are either mail or items or places. Okay, so we're gonna try this. Oh man, so okay, so now we're gonna try this field deck out. Prayer for me. Gonna try like 3 duels here. Let's see how. Let's be honest here, how bad they go. Oh no. Oh man, so we got a duel. Oh shit. Okay, I lost. Okay, I lost the rock paper scissors. I'm guessing this dude has like freaking pendulums or some shit. Oh, okay, I go first. All right. Oh god. Oh man. So okay. So yeah, I can't even use this card. So it's better than this other one. Can I be special summoned? Oh man, I'm about to get blown up. Watch this. Watch this. I'll just have her in defense. Well, that's all I can do. Oh man, E? What? Add one elemental hero from your deck to your hand. Oh man, this dude's on some Gene shit already. Okay. Okay, he summons that. Wait, with this? Oh, he can actually special. Oh man, he can special summon another motherfucker. And then R. Wow! Is he actually doing this? Okay, destroy that? Oh, fuck, man. Damn. Equal to the oh, wow. So equal to the number. Okay, I did. I know I did. Alright. Damn. Are you fucking me? Flip. So now he has to do what? Minus 500? Yep. It's like, really? Okay, so I only have monsters now. Oh man, that's really bad. That's literally all I can do, man. You know, if I actually lose this girl, it's over. I'm gonna get dominated. Okay. Now I got some good. Shit, man, chocolate magician girl is even stronger than this motherfucker, this girl. I'll just set defense. Oh god. Fuck, man. Oh wow, he has 1,900. Better pick right if he's gonna attack. That one's out already. I'm reading this here. I'm not familiar with like Alois. Sorry, man. You can banish this card to the graveyard. I can't use that shit. Damn. Zero synergy. Yeah, man, why am I even trying? Alright, no traps? Okay. I'm gonna try. Okay. That's all I can do, man. Shit. Man, I may only have time for one duel, because man, my friend shit's trying to like go low on me. Ah, fuck, man. Why did I actually do that? So like minus 300. Fuck me, man. I might as well try to make this fast too. Okay, what was this one again? That piece, but it must be. Returning one. Is this a spell? No, it's a fairy. Fuck, man. I can't even use this. Ah! Already running into problems. Okay, this is normal sign. You have no other cards in your hand. I can try use it like this, but I don't know. This dude stays looking at his extra deck. What does he have in there? Oh, you know what? He might have polymerization. Oh, fuck. That's certainly not good. What is that? Fusion deployment. Reveal one fusion monster, which you did. And special summon from your deck. Wow! One of fusion materials whose name is specifically listed on that card. Oh, looking up. Wow, man. At the start of the damage. Wait. At the start of the damage at this card. Wait. If this card battles an opponent's monster, you return. But oh wow, really? I had to return it to hand. Wow, man, damn. Oh man. Fuck. I fucking mole shit. Oh my god. Cannot be set. Wow. Must be exposed on by an effect. By a card effect? What? I can't even use her. Man, I can't even use her. I can't use Fearless. Oh, this is a problem now. Yo, I think it's over. Fuck. Man. What's per turn? You can target one face-up monster. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Oh, damn. Already 1,000. Taking off. Oh, fuck. No. Sorry. I fucked that up a little. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I can't use any of these. Fuck. I'm about to get destroyed. Dude, it's a little over right now. I'm wide open, dude. Shit. Damn, this is ridiculous. See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't use any of this shit. I literally can't use anything. 1,000? Yo, it's about to be over in a few minutes. Like, just one more turn, it's over. If I don't get another monster, if I don't get another monster that I can't summon because of, I'm dead. I'm dead. I literally can't use her. I'm already dead. Fuck. Y'all saw it there, like, I can't use any of this shit. Oh, man. And he's like, oh, what? He's like, oh, wait, it's that bad? Damn. Damn. Oh, you know what? I could have used, the special shit. It's like the fusions. Or like that, like one card, but I didn't get that card. Fuck, man. Okay, so like it's like 2 a.m. So like I only had time for like one duel. So yeah, like As y'all can see, ran into like a lot of problems, like as it was, like as it is from just one duel. So yeah, like this is how bad female decks are, and like I would try to do it in like another duel, but like my thing's run out of battery, so yeah, I kind of don't like have time. So yeah, y'all even look this far is Hot Take Central, and I'm out.